In the city of Rodinski, Donetsk region, north of Dmitrov, the course of combat operations reveals a form of modern warfare that is tightly integrated and leaves little room for error. From the air, reconnaissance elements relentlessly track opposing movements as forces attempt to conceal themselves among concrete structures and urban ruins, locking onto every relocation in real time. Efforts to shift positions in order to escape pressure instead become fatal missteps, as every maneuver is clearly exposed from above. Once coordinates are confirmed, heavy firepower is applied in layers. A single heavy artillery strike collapses a high-rise used as a defensive shelter, followed by an attack with thermobaric characteristics that generates a powerful shockwave, compressing enclosed spaces and stripping away protection before large-caliber artillery resumes pressure with additional precision strikes. This sequence challenges the notion that drones have sidelined conventional firepower. On the contrary, the combination of aerial reconnaissance and high-yield strikes remains a dominant instrument, even while operating under the constant threat of enemy drones. When pressure in the urban area can no longer be sustained, the remaining opposing forces are forced to withdraw from Rodinski and seek refuge along the forest belt. Here, pressure intensifies through the use of BM-21 Grad systems that sweep wide sections of woodland, forcing constant movement and denying any chance to consolidate. Once formations are broken apart, attack drones assume the follow-on role, exposing hidden positions, striking scattered groups, and closing off every attempt to rebuild defensive lines. The pairing of area rocket fire and selective drone strikes creates sustained pressure that drains morale, restricts maneuver, and eliminates safe space for opposing forces in the forest. Between the settlements of Lukyanovskoye and Pavlivka in Zaporizhia Oblast, a mine-saturated road embankment becomes a proving ground for modern warfare as Russian units open a route through a carefully planned, precision operation. The initial phase is led by fiber-optic FPV drones flying low and steady, immune to electronic interference, enabling threats to be identified and neutralized without exposing frontline troops. Mines originally laid to hinder movement instead turn into a liability for the defenders, cutting their own logistics, including the only paved road sustaining defensive positions east of Stepnohirsk. This sector-by-sector clearance not only opens an initial corridor, but also demonstrates how modern drone integration can transform static defenses into strategic vulnerabilities, shifting the balance of the battlefield without unnecessary risk to forward elements. In the Kupiansk sector of Kharkiv Oblast, coordinated fire missions highlight how modern artillery continues to serve as the backbone of long-range combat pressure. Crews operating 152mm self-propelled artillery systems from the 82nd Self-Propelled Artillery Regiment, 68th Motorized Rifle Division, Western Group of Forces, conduct missions against opposing positions with measured tempo and high precision. Guided by continuously updated reconnaissance data, each round is fired not merely for destruction, but as a suppressive tool, disrupting concentration, hindering movement, and denying the enemy the ability to reorganize their defenses. The thunder of sustained 152mm fire stands as a marker of fire dominance, where discipline and coordination allow pressure to be maintained without exposing frontline troops. Across these engagements, modern warfare is increasingly defined by integration rather than individual systems. From layered firepower in urban combat to precision drone-led mine clearance and sustained long-range artillery pressure, each action reflects a unified approach in which reconnaissance, fire control, and maneuver function as a single continuum. The result is not merely localized success, but sustained pressure that disrupts movement, erodes defensive cohesion, and gradually reshapes the battlefield without unnecessary exposure of frontline forces. As always, thank you for watching and exploring the extraordinary stories from the world of military operations, strategic maneuvers, and cutting-edge technology. We hope this deep dive has offered valuable insight into the evolving nature of modern warfare and the technologies shaping its future.